Hi again, welcome to another video, and this is an overview of the PicoScope, and I'm primarily using the PicoScope 2208B MSO, which looks a little bit like this, but is equally applicable to the ones that my students have used, which is the 2204A, which is the lower end scope, but perfectly applicable to most electronic experiments. Now, what we do in this video is we're going to look at downloading the software, and also the default state that the PicoScope software opens up in, so that you can actually see it from starting conditions. This is just to get you started and to start looking at signals as quickly as possible, which is undoubtedly where you want to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to download the software and find the manuals. Now, it's better to make sure you don't connect your PicoScope 2000 oscilloscope to your laptop at this stage. Just download your software first and then connect it once you've got the software downloaded. So let's connect up our PicoScope before we actually run the application. So let me just show you what my setup is here. This is the PicoScope 2000 series. This is the 2208B MSO, and I've got two channels connected. This is a digital input of this particular version of the scope, and this is the signal generator output, which I'm not actually going to. That's a separate video, and so we'll talk about that in a different time. And here I've got my two scope probes. Both of these scope probes have been set to ×10. Let me just show you the rest of the setup. So here you'll see a signal generator, and I've got two channels connected to it, channel A and channel B. And on channel A, I've got a sinusoid of 1 kilohertz, 1 volt peak to peak. And on the second channel, let me just read off what I got on the second channel. I've got 1 megahertz, 5 volt digital slight signal, 0 to 5 volts, and it's got an offset of 2.5 volts, which is really useful to demonstrate certain things to you. Let's see, they come out and they go into my scope probes, and you'll notice that I've connected the ground leads to each channel. So there's my channel 2, my channel 2, yes, my channel 2, which has got a red sleeve marker on it, which I talk about in the other video associated with scope probes. And equally, you'll see the red marker sleeve on here on channel B of my scope. And similarly, you'll see the blue marker sleeve here, and that's going to channel 1 of my scope, and there's a blue marker sleeve, and that's going to channel A on my scope. And so you'll see the USB connection here going through and goes into my laptop like that. Okay. And so what we're now going to do is we're now going to start up the software, and I'm going to start up my application here. Now, if you've connected your PicoScope to your laptop, it will know what device it's using and talking to, and therefore will set everything up as it needs to for that particular device. Okay, so and here is the default screen. The default starts with channel A is active, channel B will be off. The time base is set to 1 millisecond per division. The triggering by default is set to 1 volt, and these are other areas of things we're going to talk in other videos. We're going to look at the digital inputs in another video, the signal generator in another video, and all of this. These are the different features that are available to you, like measurements and maths calculations and stuff like this, and serial decoding. These are all separate videos because they're too involved and too important just to put into one long video. So they're going to be separated out into other videos. But the most important thing here is to get you started, okay? And then we're going to look at this in a lot more detail.